Bogey Beast. There was once a woman who was very cheerful. Cici had little to make her so, for she was old and poor and lonely. She lived in a little bit of a cottage and earned a scant living by running errands for her neighbors, getting a bite here, a soap there, as reward for her service. So she made shift to get on, and always looked as spry and cheery as if she had not a want in the world. Now, one summer evening, as she was trotting, full of smile as ever, along the high road to her hovel, what should she see but a big black pot lying in the ditch? "Goodness me," she cried. "That would be just the very thing for me if I only had something to put in it. But I haven't. Now, who could have left it in the ditch?" And she looked about her, expecting the owner would not be far off, but she could see nobody.
"Maybe that is a honey nip," she went on, "and that's why it has been kissed away. But it would be fun to put a flower in for my window, so I'll just take it home with me." And with that she lifted the light and looked inside. "Mercy me," she cried for amazed. "If it isn't full of goldfish, her laps." And so it was brimful of good client. Well, at first she simply stood still, wondering if she was standing on her head of her heels. Then she began saying, "Look, but I don't feel right. I feel rich." After she had said this many times, she began to wonder how she would get her razor home. It was too heavy for her carry, and she could see no better way than to tie the end of her shawl to it, and drag in behind her like a go-kart.
"It will soon be dark," she said to herself as she trotted along. "So much the better. The neighbors will not see what I'm bringing home, and I shall have all the night to myself and be able to think what I'll do. Mayhap I'll buy a grand house and just sit by the fire with a cup of tea and do not work at all like a queen. Or maybe I'll buy it at the garden foot and just keep a bit in the old china teapot on the chimney piece. Or maybe, goody, I feel that grand I don't know myself." By this time, she was a bit tired of dragging such a heavy weight, and stopping to rest a while, turned to look at her treasure. And lo, it wasn't a pot of gold at all. It was nothing but a lump of silver. She stared at it and rubbed her eyes and stared at it again. "Well, I never," she said at last. "And me thinking it was a pot of gold. I must have been dreaming. But this is luck. Silver is far less trouble, easier to mind, and not so easy stolen them. Gold pieces would have been the death of me. And with this great lump of silver."
So she went off again, planning what she would do, and feeling as rich, until becoming a bit tired again, she stopped to rest and gave a look around to see if her treasure was safe, and she saw nothing but a great lump of iron. "Well, I never," says she again, "and I'm mistaking it for silver. I must have been dreaming. But this is luck. It's real convenient. I can get funny pieces for old iron, and funny pieces are a deal handier for me than your gold and silver. Why, I should never have slept going for a fear of being robbed, but Fanny Feast comes in useful, and I shall sell that iron for a lot and be real rich, rolling rich. Soon she drew full of plans as to how she will spend her Fanny Feast, till once more she stopped to rest and look around to see her treasure was safe, and this time she saw nothing but the big stone. "Well, I never," she cried, full of smiles, "and to think I mistook it for iron. I must have been dreaming. But here's luck indeed. And me want a stone triple bed is stick open the gate. Oh my, but it's a change for the better. It's a fine thing to have a good luck."
So, all in hurry to see how the stone would keep the gate open. She trotted down the hill till she came to her own cottage. She unlatched the gate and then turned to unfasten her shawl from the stone which lay on the bed behind her. Aye, it was a stone, sure enough. There was plenty like to see it lying there, those and pickable as a stone should. So she bent over it to unfasten the shawl, and when, oh my, all of a sudden, it gave a jump, a sequel, and in one moment was as big as haystack. Then it let down four great lanky legs and threw out two long ears, nourished a great long tail and roamed up, kicking and squealing and whining and laughing like a naughty, mischievous boy. The old woman stared after it till it was very out of sight. Then she burst out laughing too. "Well," she chuckled, "I am in love. Quite the luckiest body hereabouts. Fancy my seeing the buggy beast all to myself, and making myself so free with it too. My goodness, I do feel that uplifted, that grand." So she went into her cottage and spent the evening chuckling over her good luck.